Our speaker today is Miss Linda Lovey, and Linda's going to tell us all about the financial world. Linda, please take it away.
Hello everybody, so I'm Linda Lovey, Lovey Wealth Management, and today I wanted to talk about the word fiduciary that seems to be coming up more and more in conversations. So I'm going to be reading a lot of this since I'm doing direct quotes. So first of all, the word fiduciary comes from the word fiducial, which means fiduciary, a law, a person who holds a legal or ethical relationship of trust. And that is from Wikipedia as of February 2017. So point one I want to make about it is, which FINRA licenses make you an investment advisor? So if you're meeting a financial advisor or an investment advisor rep, how do you know? Okay, they get that licensing through a Series 65 exam. You can also get it through an exam, it's the 66, which is a 63 and 65 combined. It is an exam that is from the North American Securities Administrators Association exam, and it's administered by FINRA. The exam consists of 130 stored questions. Candidates have 180 minutes to complete the exam with a passing score, and that's per FINRA.org. Second point is, who is FINRA? So, to protect investors and ensure the market's integrity, FINRA, the Financial Industry Regulatory Authority, is a government-authorized not-for-profit organization that oversees U.S. brokers, dealers. We work every day to ensure that everyone can participate with confidence, and that's from FINRA.org. Point three, is being a fiduciary a matter of strictly moral or ethical responsibility? And per Google, and this is as of August 2016, the answer is, a fiduciary is someone who manages money or property for someone else. When you are named a fiduciary, you are required by law to manage a person's money and property for their benefit, not yours. For example, a friend of yours may name you her fiduciary through a power of attorney. I'm bringing that up because that might happen sometime in your life. You might have somebody that asks you to be a fiduciary, so this is good information to know. Note, for example, imagine as a financial advisor, I have two products to offer as a solution, product A and product B. Product A provides a higher income for me as a fiduciary, but isn't as good as a solution for the client as product B. I must use product B since it is better for the person that I am representing. Part of being a fiduciary is doing the proper and due diligence to fully understand the client's needs. This step is required, and it's also, you have to document it. Whenever we get audited, we have to bring all those notes in front of our auditor, and they review to show we have done our due diligence. So we know that what we are suggesting to the client is the best thing to offer. Number four, if you've been asked to be a fiduciary for a friend, can you deposit the money you are using to pay their bills into your account for ease and pay it from there? Do you guys have an answer on that one?
No, you cannot.
You cannot. You have to keep the money separate. And it's just like with a financial advisor. We have to make sure everything is totally separated. Otherwise, you could face a lot of legal ramifications from that. Let's see, and then per the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, their statement is, a fiduciary is someone who manages money or property for someone else. When you are named a fiduciary, you are required by law to manage the person's money and property for their benefit, not yours. For example, a friend of yours may name you her fiduciary through a power of attorney. This means you are responsible for her finances if she could become sick or injured. As a fiduciary, you should remember 4 basic duties you have. They are: act only in her best interest. 2, manage her money and property carefully. 3, keep her money and property separate. Never mix your friend's money or property with your own or someone else's. Confused records can get you into trouble with government agencies like Adult Protective Services and the police. And number 4, keep good records. Make sure you have all documentation. Point number 5, are fiduciaries limited to having responsibility for personal funds only? They are not. U.S. Department of Labor allows people who administer 401ks and 403bs, they're a fiduciary. So their primary responsibility of fiduciaries in this case is to run the plan solely in the interests of participants and beneficiaries for the exclusive purpose of providing benefits and paying plan expenses. Fiduciaries must act prudently and must diversify the plans and investments in order to minimize the risk of large losses. And this is for the U.S. Department of Labor, Employee Retirement Income Securities Act, this is ERISA. Point 6, what types of fiduciaries are there? Who is considered a fiduciary? So types could be the executive and their heirs, trustee and a beneficiary, principal and agent, a broker and a principal. Due to the duties associated with taking on one such responsibility, fiduciary duty is commonly understood as a legal concept, even though many of the above relationships have a financial component, and that's per contractconsuls.com. Whether or not an investment advisor is a fiduciary depends on their actions. For example, if they provide an advice on an ongoing basis, they are a fiduciary. On the other hand, if an advisor merely sells products, they are not a fiduciary. What I mean by that is, if somebody comes into me and they want to open up a Roth IRA, say for example, with $100, and they want to do $50 a month bank trusts into it, I'm going to go over with them and say, hey, here's some of your choices. They're going to pick and choose. So I'm not acting as their fiduciary in that case. They're making the choices. However, if another person comes in, they've got a big plan, they want me to manage it, so they're actually asking me to buy, sell, and trade on their behalf. I am now a fiduciary in that matter. So that's where it's very stringent. We have to make sure we are doing what's best for them. What is the difference between an investment advisor, financial advisor, and a registered representative? So a registered rep cannot call themselves a financial advisor. So make sure there's a difference on that. You can look on the card, their business card they give you. You'll see on my card it says investment advisor rep. That means I have the authority to do those kind of managed accounts. Point number 8, what are the duties of a fiduciary? So real estate agents have a neat little acronym called OLD CAR. So this is a good way to kind of remember it. O is for obedience. L is for loyalty. D is for disclosure. C is for confidentiality. A is for accountability. And R is for reasonable care and diligence. So that is kind of basically there. Oh, one other point too. How is it easy to tell if a person is a fiduciary? So real easy for as far as a financial advisor. A good starting point for determining whether someone is a fiduciary advisor is by looking them up on the SEC's advisor search tool. If their firm acts as a registered investment advisor or an individual acts as a investment advisor representative, they will have what they call a Form ADV Part 2A filing available to be viewed online, and this is updated every single year. Financial advisors can hold dual registration, such as I, as both registered reps and investment advisor reps, and the fiduciary standard is only required when the representative is providing advisory services as an IIR. You can look that up by going to www.brokercheck.finra.org and put in their name and look it up. So, for more information like this, please go to my website, which is www.llovie.com, and see a bunch of different videos that's on there, or contact me, 775-544-4714. Thanks.
All right. Linda, why don't you give us that website and that number again, please?
You bet. So my website is www.llovie.com, and my telephone number is 775-544-4714.